Hello everybody, Kanisha the creator here, and I am here today to react to JaidenAnimations. I tried to go to Canada but got stuck in Minnesota.
I made some new merch designs. Do you like them? I don't know.
Yeah,
I think they're pretty cool.
they are.
Link in bio. Hey friends who live in Canada, what do you think of Canada?
What do I think of Canada? Let's see. Well, when the snow melts, you get to witness the minefield of dog poop that people didn't pick up. It's cold, but I like the cold because you can keep layering until you're warm. But in the heat,
Fair
you get
enough.
naked. And then you just have a sunburn on your butt.
Every summer I leave Arizona to visit my family in Canada because I like seeing
Okay.
them and they're really great. And yeah, we also don't like to live in a volcano. We normally
Fair
have a
enough.
non-stop flight, but this one particular trip we decided to do a layover to save some money. I think it was July
Alright.
2012.
Okay, that's a little bit random.
It was like 14. A couple days before our flight, my mom realized that my brother Jack's and my passports were expired. Well, this is either gonna go over well, or it isn't. Oh, it was so much worse. We got to the flight check-in and they said, hey, these passports are expired. Obviously. But it was only by a little bit, so the guy was nice and said, okay, I'm gonna let you all through and inform your layover about what's happening, but get those renewed soon. So we were like, yay, crisis averted.
Woohoo!
Wait, there's still 95% of the video left. That's because we were wrong. We landed in Minneapolis and the people said, hey, these passports are expired. Obviously. Oh, yeah, we're sorry about that. The man at the Phoenix airport let us off with a warning and said he contacted you about everything, and well, crap, I think we're actually stuck in Minneapolis. I guess this is our new home now. Get used to it, kids. So it was my scared mom and her two expired children stranded in this obscure city. We went to a pharmacy, which for some reason also takes passport photos, but we had to wait until the passport place opened the next morning. Mom was having an aneurysm panic attack, but didn't want us to worry, so she was like, hey, kiddos, time for an adventure. Adventure time. She took us to the Mall of America, which is the biggest, craziest mall in America with
It
four
is.
floors of shops, entertainment, a mirror maze, bowling, roller coasters, aquarium. I've never seen anything like it. There were so many
I mean,
things
to be
do.
honest,
How
it
many
is
kids
crazy. It is a crazy
roller coasters
place.
in a mall? 4 floors? A kid's paradise? People get married in that mall. We ate at the food court for 20 minutes and left because it was closing for the night. We found a hotel and slept in our clothes, even though we had our luggage. I remember
Fair
on the
enough.
light rail I said to Mom, you know, I really like it here. Like the oblivious child I was, not knowing the weight of the actual circumstances. Having a grand old time listening to a High School Musical playlist on an iPod and playing with my stuffed animals. I
Fair
freaking
enough.
love stuffed animals. As a
I
kid,
do
I
too.
couldn't sleep without them. My favorites were
Absolutely
Grumble,
love them
Mouse,
and would
Pluto the
sleep with them.
raccoon. I've had them for years. Anyway, luckily, Minneapolis is one of the few places that has 1-day turnaround for passports for the cost of an arm, a leg, and your entire savings. So in the morning, we had to check out of the hotel, run to the passport place, and make it to the airport in time for our new flight. It was going to be a tight schedule, but it was doable. We were on our way to get the passports when, in the middle of transit, I realized, Mom, I forgot my stuffed animals in the hotel. But no, it's all right. I don't need them. It's okay, really. It's not a big deal. I left Raul and Ringo in the hotel, and Mom was already having a mental stress breakdown, and I was not at all wanting to contribute to any more of that. But Mom, being the kick butt awesome parent she is, defeatedly pulled out her phone. Hello, yes, we just checked out this morning. Would you check room 421 to see if there's 2 stuffed animals in there? Ma'am, there's someone currently occupying that room, and that was super weird to hear because we literally just left the hotel. How did someone already fill up the room?
Exactly.
We just called the wrong hotel, so we got transferred to the right one, and they said they'd hold them for us to quickly pick up. So
Okay.
now the schedule was arrive at the passport place right as it opens at 8 a.m., get passports, run back to the hotel to grab Raulu and Ringo, rush to the airport before our 1 p.m. flight, and I'd also like to point out that the last shuttle to the airport leaves at 12 p.m., so if we miss that shuttle,
that is
we're
crazy.
screwed. Remember, things were different back in the day.
That is like a really tight schedule.
Back then, the idea of paying to jump in a car with an unlicensed stranger wasn't very popular. At the passport place, we walked up to the desk, and the first thing they said was, so both parents are present, correct? Actually, he's a
Okay, but what if she was just a single mother? Why would...
You have to prove the paper is
What,
legal, but there's a problem to that
why
bullshit.
didn't...
It's 8 a.m. in Minneapolis, but 6 a.m. in Arizona, which means notarizing places aren't open.
That's absolutely crazy.
Now, my mom knows a lot of people, and one of her best friends is actually an accountant, which means she can get it notarized when she goes into work and get it sent back super quickly. Which, what are the odds of that?
I mean, who knows?
We should buy a lottery ticket if we actually get to Canada. So quick! Woke Dad, got the form filled, called the friend, did the thing, got the thing back,
Well, I'm glad.
somehow everything was accepted, and we...
But that's absolutely ridiculous that you have to get a notarization from both parents. Like, the mother is already here, so just get it from the mother. Because, like, you made them go through extra precautions for what? For freaking what?
Stuffed animals was an extra step we didn't have time for, so we're gonna continue. We were sprinting to catch the light rail. Jax and I were running ahead, and for some reason, Mom's knee started hurting, and she started slowing down. Are you okay? And she was just like, go, I'll catch up. Just get to the train. Go without me. We made it. We sonicked into the hotel.
Well, I'm glad y'all did.
Ringo, and the luggage we were already coming back for. Reached the shuttle before it left, and finally fell into the airport.
Woohoo!
Sitting at our gate, waiting for the plane to swoop us off to Canada land with their moose and their poutine and Niagara Falls.
Well, technically, Niagara Falls is made up of 3 different waterfalls, and the U.S. actually owns 2 of them. But I guess Horseshoe Falls is the biggest and most popular, so...
Mom suddenly realized that she
Dominic, this is no time for a history lesson.
both parents consent to us, the innocent, helpless, pathetic children, crossing the border. In the past, security always asks us to show that consent paper, so Mom couldn't even have a relaxing plane ride being stressed out of her mind that we would land, and still couldn't pass the border. After all that, she didn't tell us she was worried because she was already doing a frickin' dang good job of hiding the weight of what was going on, so she held it in the entire flight. But she told us afterwards, and we gave her a slow clap. She deserved more, but we were kids. That's all we had. We approached the security booth, gave them our shiny new passports. They looked at my mom, my brother, and me. Have a fun time in Canada. They didn't ask that time! My mom, every time she tells this story, always says, they always ask. They always ask. They didn't ask this time. They always ask. And that was that.
Well, just be glad they didn't ask, because then that would have been way more stressful.
Canada's alright, but you guys have that Mall of America. Okay, yeah, sure, cool. But I mean, we have West Edmonton Mall, which has an indoor water park and a theme park.
Cool.
That exists? Well, I guess that automatically puts us on top then. We were always on top, Dom. We are America's hat.
Very
Yeah,
funny.
Canada.
Very funny. But anyway, guys, that was my reaction. I tried to go to Canada, but got stuck in Minneapolis. And I gotta be honest, that isn't a completely crazy trip. I mean, can you imagine that? But granted, what credit is due, y'all y'all really should have fixed the whole passport situation before you decided to go on the trip, because that could have went really bad. So that could have really went bad. It still was stressful from the way they were explaining it, but it could have went much worse. Anyway, have a good day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me your craziest story with the passports. Bye.